Well, hello. How are you today? I am pretty fan freaking tastic. I'm having a good day. What can I say? But enough about me. Yeah, it's my first day. Actually, it's my second week with the bandana, but it's my first day of trying to wear a dust mask out to the grocery store instead of just keeping my physical distance. And it was pretty much a complete fail. So I'm just going to keep the bandana with me because then if I have to cough or if I have to get near somebody and talk, I can use that. It's not going to protect me so much, although maybe a little, tiny bit. But mostly, I'm not really worried about that, but it's to protect others in case I'm infected. Then it does stop the droplets and decrease the risk for others in case I'm a carrier, even though I don't know it. So, case you're wondering what this is about, that's that. Meanwhile, I'm here to do a quick body check. I've already done a couple today, but it's a great day. Did I mention that? Ooh, it's nice out. And Sappy Cat's here. She thinks it's a great day. I think it's a great day. I hope you think it's a great day. I thought I would just check in, do a little movement, and invite you to join me if you want to. I bent over because I put the camera in a weird spot where I can't quite get to it. So let's come on down to the floor for some work. That'll solve that problem. How about that? I like to do a squat at least once a day, sometimes several times a day. I know it sounds and looks funny, but it is a great both way to play and also really great to stretch your ankles. I'm using my elbows here to push on my knees and get in a nice stretch actually through the rib cage, through the low back, and through the ankles there. You can actually use that to push against and get a little strengthening through the back and the chest there. A little isometric exercise. You could push back with the knees and actually get quite a good little isometric exercise there. Sappy doesn't care much about isometric exercises. Let's go ahead and have a seat while we're close to the floor. I'm going to bring my feet out in front of me and bounce those knees out a little bit and just bring arms up overhead. Let's do a little side bending over to the right, trying to keep that opposite sit bone down on the floor and not pick it up or roll it, but keep it down on the floor and over to the left. And then a little deeper, this time I'm going to use my right arm down on the floor and really curve that over. Again, getting a nice stretch through here by focusing on keeping that hip down on the floor, the sits bone. And over to the other side. Again, using that left arm now for support on the floor. Leaning over for a nice stretch. All right. Let's roll forward. I'm going to actually add hands clasped behind back for, first of all, I'm going to actually just enjoy that for another breath or two. Sappy's trying to get some free knock pettins back here. I'm just pulling my elbows together. Hey, don't you scratch me. She thought I was playing or being mean, I guess. She luckily didn't use her claws. She did bat me, though. I'm going to lean forward here. I got some good stiffness going on, so I'm just kind of exploring that. I like to bounce. Don't bounce if it doesn't feel good to you. You do what feels good in your body. It's going to play a little more with that shoulder stretching to each side. Bring my arms back in front. Let's do a little arm stretching across the body. Bringing the left arm across, using my right arm to pull it, and then dropping that shoulder down. I'm actually going to bring the left foot up to somewhere toward here. Let me just pause, bring that foot up a little more toward the groin, and I'm pressing this knee down toward the ground a little bit, making sure to stay nice and long and strong through the abdomen, pulling up in the pelvic floor. Remember to breathe and smile. And now I'm going to take that left hand across the body and drop that shoulder and tip the head away from that shoulder just a little bit, getting a nice stretch in multiple areas. And then I'm going to release that and let that leg go and bring the right leg up, putting the foot up in the groin area there. That little bounce, and then I'm going to press that knee toward the ground, bring myself up nice and straight, long and strong in the abdomen and the spine, pulling up in the pelvic floor, and then bringing the right arm across the body, using my left arm to pull on it, and then dropping that right shoulder, and then tipping my head away from that to get a nice additional stretch through the neck. Releasing that. Shake that out a little bit. Let's do some hand rotations. Bring that out and bounce let's actually add some ankle rotations and wrist rotations. And then the other way. And just flop the feet back and forth. I know you can't quite see. And just do this, or you could pick up your feet and do this. If you wanted to get fancy and silly all at the same time, that's a good idea. I'm always for that. While we're doing that, let's grab on the toes. I'm balancing now on the sits bones. And just practicing doing a little balance check and a little stretching. Can be a little strengthening. I like to alternate here between pressing with my toes and kind of pulling my arms out of the backs of the shoulder sockets a little bit and getting a nice stretch there, and then pulling with the arms, pulling the toes and putting that stretch more into the legs. And again, pressing with the toes, pulling on the shoulders, and then pulling with the shoulders. I'm going to bring these feet back in for another butterfly stretch. Feeling some of yesterday's exercises in there, so that feels good. I'm going to come back up through that squat position and remind you, whatever else you're doing, make sure you're taking a little time to give yourself a little loving attention. Bring yourself into alignment on a regular basis. Just like washing your hands, it's not something you need to do once. It's something you need to do often, regularly. Just make it a regular part of your day to check in with your body, bring your awareness into the bottoms of your feet and connect to the earth. Check in with your smile, check in with your posture, check in with your spine, check in with your breathing. Whatever else you do, I hope that you're loving what you're doing and doing what you're loving. And I want to remind you, you are worthy of your own unconditional love. First, foremost, always, in always. You are enough. I thank you for stopping by and for the love. Ciao for now.